What's up, guys? Alright, it is 30 days from race day. Like, it's April 7th right now. It means in 30 days from this moment, I'll already be 15 minutes in the water. Now, of course, there's going to be a time change, so 30 minutes from like 7 o'clock a.m. Central Time, I should be getting ready to get in the water. My start time is at 6:45 a.m. So, we're coming close. We're almost done. Peak week starts on Monday. Today is a simple day as far as workouts go. It's a 1 hour run. So, got my Energize. I'm fueling up right now. I'm running a little bit behind schedule. Not that it matters. Kenzie is not in town, so I don't have to take her to school. But then today, we've got some other things happening. So, I haven't had my bike fit yet because of last episode. I had to go up to Jersey. And with all that, everything I wanted to do that weekend got pushed aside, and I wasn't able to do it. So, today, we're going down to Coach Dom, and we're gonna get the bike fit. I think we're gonna get both. I'm bringing both bikes with me, just so I can get the trainer bike done at the same time. This way, they both have the same fit. And when if I ride the trainer, I still get the same situation, same setup as I have on the new bike. But the next few rides I'm hoping to bring them outside on the new bike to get a feel for how that bike handles in different weather conditions. So today we're gonna do a 1 hour run. I'm gonna try to be out the door in a few minutes. I have to put my shoes on, drink my pre-workout, and then I'm done. So that's the plan for today. Get this run done, get it out of the way, be done with my workouts for the day. 10 o'clock, be down in Gulf Breeze with Coach Dom to get the bike fit. Hopefully home by 12:30, and then the rest of the day is mine. So that's awesome. Talk about final thoughts. I'm talking to a lot of other people that are racing. This final month, man, our minds are playing tricks on us. We're worrying about everything. So, here's what I know. We're in the last 30 days. Monday, on the 11th, I start peak week, which is about 10 days long. So, we're like peak week and a half. And that's basically as fit as I'm going to get for this race. I've overanalyzed the bike course. I've analyzed the run course. I'm terrified of the swim just because I don't like open water. Not a fan. And my biggest concern is still finishing the bike. No matter how prepared Dom has me, that's still my biggest concern. As it is a lot of other competitors too. So, we're freaked out, not so much about the first climb, that 20-minute steady climb, all the way up to Vail. We're panicked about the Snow Canyon climb. See, the Snow Canyon climb is basically 8 miles, roughly. And the last 2 is the steepest incline on the course. And I've heard reports that it ranges from 10 to 20% grade. Now I know the pros aren't they're not flying up that hill, but they're not exactly going slow. But that's not my concern. My concern is my fat ass. will I have enough in the tank to get up that hill and still have enough for the run? Because don't forget, I gotta run a marathon. The only saving grace is that after the Snow Canyon climb, there's a 10-mile downhill. So after I climb that shit, we get 30 minutes of downhill, basically coasting with light spinning. The other thing I'm worried about is this is the first Ironman that I actually have to travel to. Like, get on a plane, fly there, make sure my bike gets there okay, in one piece. And that's kind of nerve-wracking at the same time, because every other race I've done, I've driven to, because it's safer for me. It's easier. So there's that. It's everything logistically that I'm really worried about. My fitness is what it is. If I'm not fit enough for this race, so be it. But at the end of the day, I'm probably worried more about everything else than I am about fitness. The travel, getting there, the sleep, working while I'm away. Yeah, all that's on my mind. Will I be ready fitness-wise? I don't know. We will find out. As I'm cruising along here, talking while running 9:35 in zone 2. So I'm doing okay fitness-wise. If I'm out of breath, it's because all my swims lately have inflamed my nose and I haven't been able to breathe. So if I sound stuffed, that's why. But fitness-wise, I mean, we got 13 days, 14 days to figure out exactly where I am fitness-wise. So I'm gonna finish this run. I'll talk about it after. One more thing that I'm worried about as I'm running, I thought of this. My hydration. See, if you know me as a runner or an endurance athlete at all, and you know my race history, you know that I'm a heavy sweater. In every race, warm weather, I've cramped on the run. Every race above half marathon, I've cramped on the run. Odds are it's because of lack of electrolytes when I'm running. So, one of the things I'm doing to prevent that, hopefully, is every day I'm loading up on electrolytes. I'm adding extra salt to my breakfast. I'm adding extra salt to my water throughout the day. Not everyone, but some of them. I'm drinking Gatorades throughout the day. Because the last thing I want is to go into race day underhydrated and cramp on that run. There's no shade on that course at all. Zero. I've watched videos of pros who have run the course, rode the course, and they've all confirmed there are no flat sections. It's always a climb, and there's no shade, which means hydration is going to be crucial, and it will make or break your race. So, we cannot let it break mine. So I'm doing what I can to make sure that I have enough electrolytes flushing through my system so that hopefully come race day I won't cramp. And that is a challenge in and of itself. All right, so you can see I got my bike in the back of the car. We are heading down to Coach Dom's to get fitted real quick. Hopefully this is not gonna take immensely long. I do have to get back to work, but I only brought one bike today. I didn't bring the other bike because, truth be told, with just a couple weeks left of training, any ride I do on, you know, between here and the end of the road, I'm gonna try to do on this bike, you know, just for handling, for understanding, you know, for getting the feel of how the bike rides with the racing wheels and stuff like that. You know, it's a comfortability. I want to get you know, the rest of my rides as much as possible, even on the trainer. If I have to do a trainer ride, it's gonna be with this bike on the trainer. So again, you know, I'm only getting one bike fitted. You'd be like, well, why not get both bikes fitted the same way? To be honest, I don't want to right now. So I'm just gonna get Natasha fitted, and we are gonna ride out that way and do it that. So once I get to Dom's, I will check in and you know, hopefully get some footage of the fitting itself. I was told to bring just my bike, the shoes, and my race kit. So I'm wearing a race kit underneath here. And I got my shoes next to me, and the new pedals I bought yesterday. I had to buy pedals because new bikes don't come with pedals, so I had to go ahead and buy my own pedals. And holy shit, pedals are expensive. So, and it wasn't even that they were expensive. I mean, yeah, they were. I mean, they could have been a lot more expensive, but I had to buy pedals for the right cleat. So I had to go I got all it on the bike shop, and they're like, well, what cleats do you have? I'm like, I don't know. It looks like these. I'm like, well, is it these or these? Because these are a little different than these. I'm like, oh, shit. So after a 30-minute drive to the bike shop, I had to drive 30 minutes home just to get my shoes, to drive 30 minutes back to the bike shop, to spend $150 on pedals, and that was that. So, you know, it sucks, but it is what it is. I have the pedals, I have the, you know, my shoes. I'm probably gonna end up getting new shoes for next race anyway, just because of some shit they found out yesterday. Because who thinks to rinse off the hardware on the bottom of their shoes? But apparently I have to do that, and because I didn't, my hardware is like kind of frozen and it's stuck. So to try to get it off, they were like stripping the screws. Stupid Allen wrenches. I hate Allen wrenches. Anything that involves an Allen wrench should be taken out of existence. But anyway, that's a discussion for a whole other video. Let me get to Dom's, and then we can get this bike fit underway and proceed with training. And when I get home, I'll go over this morning's run.
You guys sit down. Got the camera there. So we want to have it to be the most comfortable as possible, so that you can stay the most aero, right? So, I mean, right now, we could slam you down 30 millimeters right here, so that drops your bars, right? So you'd be closer to here, you could shove you all the way forward, so you're hanging over the edge of the bike, and maybe be super aero.
But if I'm not comfortable, there's no point.
Right, you can ride 20 miles, maybe, and then you certainly aren't gonna run after it. So, we're gonna look for that fine balance. So the way we're gonna do it is I'm gonna, this is the initial, you're gonna get on it, I'm gonna video you. I'm just gonna see how you look, and then I'm gonna come around and watch you and see what I see, and then we're gonna make little adjustments. Maybe some big ones, but mostly little small ones. And then you're gonna get back on, you're gonna ride, you're gonna see how you feel, and we're gonna do that until you're like, this is it, right? This is comfortable.
All right, so it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and I just got done with the bike fit. Like, I'm still leaving Dom's house from the bike fit, but the bike is all fit, ready to go, and the Maiden Voyage on the Black Widow will be tomorrow. I have a 1-hour bike ride to do, and then, you know, we'll make sure everything fits. And then next week is the longest ride of prep. We have a century. They let me in on that. So next week I'm basically doing the longest swim, bike, and run of everything. So I know Friday, Saturday, Sunday is a busy weekend for me, but I'm gonna try to knock everything out as best I can as early as possible. So a lot to look forward to. Saturday I have a 3-hour ride with a 1-hour run, so it's a brick. I know that, so it's exciting. Let me get back to the house. So I didn't get a lot of footage on the bike fitting because I spent more time on the bike than, you know, working with the camera, and I unfortunately am not Nick Bear and don't have a camera crew that can follow me around and make sure they're getting all the angles. So that's why you didn't get a lot of footage, but you will get Maiden Voyage video tomorrow. But for now, I've got to get home so I can eat lunch because I'm starving. I've really only had breakfast. I haven't had anything additional. And yeah, I'll catch up and we'll talk about the run a little bit later. All right, what's going on? So we're back home. Work's caught up with. Let's pull up my run from today. So today I did 60 minutes, 58 minutes. Okay, I was close to 60, but I got past the house. Didn't feel like looping around. Here's the shitty part about that. I was only supposed to do 45. When I look back at my plan on Training Peaks, I swore I read 60-minute run today, 60-minute bike tomorrow. It was only a 45-minute bike today, and I somehow had in my head to do 60 minutes. So I did 60 minutes, or just about 60 minutes. In 58 minutes and 1 second, I did 6.02 miles at a 9:38 per mile pace. So I averaged out to be at the fastest of the fast of zone 2. But here's the good thing. Here's why I kept going 6 miles. My goal with as many of my runs as possible for the last couple weeks has been to negative split my mileage. So if it's just a go zone 2, I'm trying to negative split because it just makes you start off slow and then you increase your speed, and each mile is faster than the previous one. So my first mile was 10:15. I was like, all right, cool. I can slowly, let's go down to like 10:10. Let's increase it slowly. I didn't increase it slowly. My second mile was a 9:53. Right, and I'll put them up here so you can see along. My third mile was 9:44, then 9:33, then 9:14. And I was like, well, shit. Now I'm already into zone 3 speeds per mile. So now we just got to keep on going. So then my sixth mile was an 8:59. So had I had to go 7 or another 30 minutes, I would have tried to go faster and faster and just keep negative splitting, even if it was against my plan. When I was talking to Coach Dom, he's like, okay, cool. I thought you just wanted to go 6 miles. That's why you kept on running. So he had no problem with me doing more than I was supposed to do because I kept on running. I overall was zone 2 and I negative splitted the whole thing. So when I look back at my, let me go back and look at my heart rate for this particular run. Even with the increased speeds, my average heart rate was still 145, which is right about in zone 2 where I want it to be, which is perfect. So that's that. Did a couple things. Obviously got the bike fit done, which is good. While I was with Coach Dom, also got a little sneak peek into what next week's Hell Week is going to look like. I actually remember I have 2 peak weeks coming up. One, they start Monday, so I get like almost 2 full weeks of ass-kicking training. It's really more like 11 days or whatever, and then we go into slowly to starting to taper. So we're like this close to the end. We're in that final sprint. But I do know that next week there will be a 4,800-yard swim, open water, or something like that. A century ride, which is 100 miles, and then I'm going to have another long run. But with this long run, we're going to do a run-walk interval because he knows I'm not going to end up running the whole marathon. It's with the amount of incline and whatever, it's not in the cards. So he wants me to find a course that's got a lot of hills to it, which I have one. And we're going to do a specific interval plan, which we'll cover in the peak week video. So that's my peak week my long peak week. Now my power peak week is still going to be powerful. So we're going to be pushing my legs. We're going to be building my legs. I don't know what the swim power week is going to look like, but I know I'm not going to like it. But I'm not looking forward to the run. I'm sure there's going to be some tempo runs. There's going to be a lot of fartlek runs. There's going to be a lot of like speed pickups and stuff like that. And same thing with the bike. There's going to be a lot of interval work coming up. And again, we'll cover that later. Another thing we did, so we got the bike completely ready to go. I'm going to take her out tomorrow for the first bike ride. And I'll bring a little video on that. We're talking about the race and the current conditions up in St. George. Now, a couple things that we're not doing is I'm not allowed to pay attention to the conditions as they are, and I'm missing something, so maybe I'll have to go out in the car and get it. But right now, water temperature at Sand Hollow Lake is like 47 degrees. Super, super cold. So, as a preparation, I have a little neoprene head cap to help keep me warm. Now, how this works is you put this over top of, on your head, and then it goes underneath your wet cap, your swim cap. And I've got neoprene booties, right, for my feet, right, trying to minimize the amount of exposed skin. Here's the rub. I've got a sleeveless wetsuit, so it's going to really be minimal. And then I've got gloves here to keep my hands warm. There's a second glove in here somewhere. I think it's probably still in the car. So we got that. So that's where we're headed. I won't use those in training because the water here is still like upper 60s. And I'm going to hope that Sand Hollow picks up its little temperature, as we get closer to the race. They said last year it was in like the upper 50s, low 60s on May 1st when they did 70.3 St. George. So hopefully in the next 30 days it warms up at least into the upper 50s and I won't be too cold. Granted, there's going to be some Yahoo that decides I'm not going to swim this in a friggin' wetsuit. I'm just going to go in my Speedos. Like every race I've run a wetsuit in, there's been one asshole who thinks he's above the wetsuit. So wetsuits are going to help me out. Not only keeping my core temperature down, warm, but it's also going to help me with a little bit of flotation and buoyancy. So that's that. Last thing we're doing, last thing I talked to Coach Dom about is nutrition. Basically what I've been doing since we're 30 days out, and my biggest fear, which he totally understood, was cramping on the run. And I told him, I said, since I haven't done a run where I haven't cramped, I'm going to be afraid of cramping on the run. So what I'm doing is twice, 2 meals a day, I'm adding salts and other electrolytes. So I'm just taking a scoop of base salt and sprinkling this in whatever meal it is. So it's like the tiniest of tiny. It's like an eighth of a teaspoon. But I'm just taking an eighth of a teaspoon of base salt, sprinkle it in. So I have it on breakfast. I'm going to put it on dinner. And then I'm also drinking more electrolytes. So Gatorade at least 2 to 3 times a day. This is the Gatorade Endurance formula. I have the powder. So I can just this is 2 servings. This is my second bottle. It's probably the last one of the day. Because it is 180 calories, but I think each serving is like 300 milligrams of sodium and potassium on top of that. So just making sure my electrolytes are still up there. I'm on top of my hydration, and my nutrition is still good to go. But yeah, so sorry this was such a long clip, but there's a lot to kind of talk about as far as what happened today. I'm going to go try to find that other glove real quick because they're not mine, and I want to make sure I have them. And that'll be that. I don't think I'm going to do anything else today. I'm going to shower after work. I'm going to spend the rest of the evening with Connie and Gigi. Mackenzie is in DC right now. I don't have another workout, which is weird to only have one. Yeah, so tomorrow, what's on the docket for tomorrow? Tomorrow is, I have a 60-minute bike and the time trial swim. So that'll be interesting trying to fit that in because it's a work day. Tomorrow is Friday, so maybe I can get the bike in the morning. I don't know. If not, I don't know what my work calendar looks like as far as meetings go. Let's see. Tomorrow, the 8th, I could probably get it in after 11. After I have an 11:30 meeting, so probably after noon, I can get in the hour. This way I have time to recover before the swim. We're going to redo last week's swim time trial. And then that's tomorrow. So we're so close, guys. Like, I can't believe we are this close to the finish. We are, today's the 7th. 30 days from today, I'll be racing. Like 30 days from recording this right now, I will still be racing. So it's almost 3 o'clock. I should be, so it's mountain time. It's 2:30. It's like 1:45. I should be almost done with the bike. I should be struggling to get up Snow Canyon right now. 30 days from now, I'll be struggling to get up Snow Canyon. And then I'm 10 miles from the finish. So I should be about halfway up Snow Canyon right about now. About another 35, 40 minutes of the climb, and then 30 minutes downhill. So I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this clip because you guys are just hearing me ramble at this point. And I will see you tomorrow when I get on the bike. All right, so real quick, before I end today and go to tomorrow's bike ride, or snippets of said bike ride to prove that I'm actually going to be on the bike, I got a question for you, and I hope you're watching and answer the question. Comment below with your answer to the question. With race week coming up in just a few weeks, because next week's peak week, the following week is peak week 2, and then I get like a whole week and a half of taper, then race week. Do you want to see mini videos of one per day, or do you want me to just do like that whole week at once? So like it would be a Tuesday, a Monday video, a Tuesday video, a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then the next video after that would be the race day compilation that hopefully other people get video of, because that'll be the one day that up to a certain point I won't be able to get video of. Like, I can use my camera. I'm not going to use this camera. I can use my phone for a majority of it. Maybe even my GoPro for some of it. But there's going to come a point on Saturday, on race day, where I'm not going to be able to record anymore. So that's where I'm going to rely on other people and their video snippets. Hopefully I get a good amount. My wife will be there. Hopefully she'll run the camera and get good stuff of, just not just me, but like other athletes coming out of the water on the bike, and then on the run, maybe some of the pros and so on. So, but leading up to the race, for race week, do you want to see a video each day, or just one summary video where they're all snippeted together, like little snapshots of each day and kind of what's going on all at the same time? Comment below with your answer. And the next clip will be the last clip of this video. We're going to wrap this up after the next clip, but I am going to show you that I am on the bike. So get ready for the bike shot in 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. First ride on the new bike outside. I'm gonna get going. I'll get the other camera. I got a 60-minute ride, so I'm gonna go 30 minutes out and back, wherever I gotta go for 30 minutes, and that'll be that. We're this close, guys. We're almost there. All right, check out this. Just here's proof that I actually rode. All right, so it's hella windy out, and I've been going for 20 minutes now. I don't know if you guys can see my watch, but anyway, I've been going for 20 minutes now. It's hella windy out. I don't know if it's a crosswind or a headwind or whatever, but it's blowing pretty hard. I'm at Popeyes now. Oh, come on. All right, I'm at Popeyes now, which is 6.5 miles from my house. So I'm actually gonna head back, take a different road home, but I'm definitely not feeling safe enough with this wind to record while I'm riding. But clearly I'm here and my car is nowhere near us, so it is what it is. If I can get some on that last section going home, I will, but I gotta get home to get Gigi from school, and that's that. So I'm gonna end this episode here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Remember, answer the question, do you want to see daily videos for race week or not? Peace out, guys.